All right, everybody, welcome back. So now we're gonna do some simple demonstrations that people could possibly do at home, you know, maybe before the race, the day of the race, and maybe, you know, for some post-recovery things. So I see you have a resistance band that is easily accessible to anybody. So what would you say somebody could do in order to get ready for this?
Yeah, these bands come in like various resistances in like 3 to 5 packs, and you can go on Amazon and they're like $5 for a pack, $10 maybe. And so, you know, good activation prior to a race is kind of trying to get your glutes to fire properly, because running is very much a quad dominant exercise due to like the hip flexion and knee extension, knee extension component. So getting our glutes to fire really helps with preventing injuries at the hip and injuries at the knee. It helps with knee tracking. So just putting this around your ankles or your knees, and then just doing like lateral walks in both directions to target your external hips, right?
Let me see.
Yeah, you want to give it a go?
Let me see. I give it a go.
All right.
Yeah, I got some work shoes on, but it's fine.
So if you put it around your ankles,
Can't
right?
sidestep in work shoes?
Huh?
I said you can't sidestep in work shoes?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying in case somebody try to talk to me. Okay. So both legs or just one?
Yeah, both legs.
Both legs? Okay.
Okay, so ankle is going to be most difficult because the point of the axis of which you're going to be moving from is from your hips, right?
Okay.
So the lever of resistance goes all the way down to your ankle. If it's in your knees, it'd be a little bit easier, right? But then we just do these standard side walks, right? Trying to keep your knees like slightly bent, not locked, right?
Okay.
And
so
then,
here?
Yep, you can just do a couple of steps each way. So you should feel that like in the side of your hips,
yeah,
right?
I feel it right there. Okay.
Yeah, so then you can also, you know, plant one foot and then do forward kicking motions as well, right? So we're working at the anterior, the front of the hip there. And then as well as doing it backwards, right? You can do extension of the hip there, right? So you kind of feel working the entire sides of every side of the pelvis, right? Because muscles of our lower legs all attached there, and the muscles of our abdomens and our back all attached to the pelvis as well. So we really want to keep that stable.
Is there like a certain pace I should be doing this at, or does it matter if I
just controlled, really?
Crank it out?
Yeah. So you want to, you know, make sure we're targeting the muscle and not the tendons, right? So just keeping it as controlled as possible there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that somebody could do before?
I mean, like reps of like 10, you know, maybe 2 to 3 sets. You really just want to get those muscles kind of firing a little bit. And, you know, you can do this within minutes of starting in the race itself, which is shown to be pretty beneficial in a lot of research studies, yeah.
And resistance bands are so easy to carry, have with you. I know a lot of runners, they race with the fanny pack. If you're stretching out right before the race starts, just throw it in the pack.
Yeah,
whatever.
you can have a lacrosse ball in there to do some kind of like massage and so forth. But that band travels with me everywhere. If I'm on like an airplane, I'm the guy prior to races doing these movements in the aisle of the plane, you know, because sitting is not really the best thing to do prior to a race. Yeah. So it tightens up your hips and so forth,
I actually feel my hips firing, actually.
Yeah, see, that's good.
How about stretching? I mean, this seems like some combination of you're stretching a little bit, but you're activating your muscles. I usually feel like, I don't know, I see people down like this, you know, like this. How important is that right before a race?
Yeah, it can be if you have been like sitting a lot and not moving. You want to have like a 5 to 10-ish minute warm up where we just do light jogging or even like light walking. That kind of you know, sends blood to the muscles and increase that blood flow there. But really like I don't know if you're familiar with yoga, but a lot of yoga poses, like the runner's lunge and pigeon pose that stretch like the anterior hips and quadriceps and posterior glutes and hamstrings are really beneficial. As well as like, at the foot and the ankle, we can do like toe walks where we just kind of walk around on our toes, and we can do that on the sides of our feet as well. So all the muscles that originate on the lower leg and insert on the foot, we can get those fired up and, you know, ready to run hard on race day.
Does this do anything?
Heels too. So we can do it on all sides of the feet, right?
Oh, insides too?
Yeah, I mean, we have tendons that support the ankle in all directions. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that one, but
yeah, you might want to take the band out for those ones, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. So all those with these and these kind of help with like with the ankle mobility and
Yeah, just really like
calves and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, muscles that keep the ankle stable, muscles that keep the knees and the hips stable. Yep.
Perfect. Wow. And it's easy too because it's just
Yeah, it's cheap.
a nice little resistance band.
You don't need a barbell or anything like that.
Yeah. Probably go to Dick's or something or might even go to Walmart. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
Five Below.
Walmart's probably good. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. Okay. Is there anything else that people should know? You know, no matter how old they are, you know, in order to, with like post recovery, you know, things like that. You know, after doing a half marathon.
Yeah, you want to firstly like work to get your body temperature back down. So that can be like an easy walk or an easy jog afterwards to kind of like, you know, regain blood flow to like the organs of our body rather than the muscles. And then as well as help that body temp go down. And then nutrition, you know, you want to start bringing in a lot of fluids because you lose a lot through sweat, obviously. And electrolytes specifically when it's going to be really humid. And yeah, eat like a carbohydrate-rich meal with a little bit of protein. You know, probably prior to the, you know, the post-race shenanigans that take place with the Ordoc party, right?
At the party.
Yeah, as delicious as, you know, post-race beverage can be, it's good to get the nutrition in first.
I don't know
right?
how much protein's in a glass of beer, so unfortunately, yeah.
You know, I could probably find some trace amounts in there, but yeah. But yeah, no, just those kind of things because you want to accelerate recovery for the next day. So you can kind of get back into exercise instead of having like a delayed time of soreness that prevents you from exercising. Yeah.
Is there like a time frame where maybe I should give my body a rest before I start doing activities again after a race?
Yeah, I think that depends on the level of soreness and how long the event was. Typically, like, you know, up to 3 days of, you know, not doing much high impact exercise can be really good, and it really helps like our hormone system to kind of regulate as well, because that does become compromised in training and racing as well. So, you know, pay attention to your soreness. If you're really sore, don't try to do any impact or like heavy weights or anything. Do like light, low impact activity like cycling and jogging for probably, you know, 1 to 3 days post hard efforts like this, racing. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Lukus, thank you for joining us this morning
Thanks for having me.
and giving us educational, you know, impact on how we should go about racing, whether if it's the Queen City Half Marathon or any other race that's happening, you know, across the Upper Peninsula. So,
yeah,
thank you for that. And guys, we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back in 3. So stay with us.